Click on one. If you can see me and hear me, please. Thank you for being patient. Um, Been a long few days. Um, I pray that everybody's doing good, having a good day, good midweek. Um, and I appreciate your patience um, and your understanding when everything is going on. The adversary is always seeking out who he may devour. These times are just before Passover. So all of y'all pray that all of y'all are safe and keeping the commandments to stay blessed to reach uh, a new pinnacle this year. All right. So this class is about some of the history of Passover. I'm gonna gloss over or go over rather many of the things that people think are not only good and right, but also wrong in a scriptorial sense. Um, I'm gonna go from Old Testament Passover that was celebrated all the way to, Yahushua and what some of us had to do to celebrate Passover at times, right? So Passover is the first event in the calendar year, right? For us Israelites, us real Jews, nothing ish about us except that we are great, right? But we are the real Jews. All you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans of Negro descent, originally from the Americas, the West Indies, South America, and many of our people on the four corners of the earth. You should know who you are and understand who you are and where you come from. And this is at the beginning of the year. It is one of the reasons why we are who we are and why we are chosen from God. And it is representative of Passover. Yes, our history is before Passover, but Passover is so major because the Most High, with his mighty right hand, took us out of bondage. Smallest of nations made great by the Most High, right? Now, I want to go to Exodus chapter 12, right? And where the beginning of the year is changed and the Passover is instituted. So we saw that Exodus chapter 12, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. That means that Passover is the first month of the year, the beginning of months, right? It shall be the first month of the year to you. Not everybody. And we can see that today. There are many nations, they think that, and many people in this country, America, where many different nations, races, and creeds come, and they think that the beginning of the year is so-called January, which is false. But here, the Most High gave us the beginning of months for our people, the holy people, the people of the Lord, right? Let me read that again. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Verse 3. Speak ye unto the congregation of Israel. Not everybody at that time. Only us. We special. Only us. Saying, in the 10th day of this month shall they take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house, right? One lamb per house. Now, I'm going to ask a question. Since it's the beginning of months, what is the name of this month if it's the beginning, right? What is the name of this month? Of the first month according to the Hebrew. I want the Hebrew calendar, name of the month, right? The old Hebrew. And I want the latter version of the calendar, the name of it. Yes, Sister Kana. Abib, which is, you know, um, to spring forth. That's what Abib is. Spring forth. Now, also in later calendars, they call it Nisan, but we were going to stick with Abib because it sounds um, very much akin to our ancestral tongue, right? Now, verse 4, and if the household be too little for a lamb, for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls, every man according to his eating shall make your account for the lamb. Right? Let's keep going. Your lamb shall be without blemish, meaning it shouldn't have any marks or any mark of evil willness, meaning something of evil came and struck that lamb and made it to be wounded, lame, or have a gash. As it came out from his mother's womb, the sheep, that's how it's supposed to look. But if it's born that way and it has a lame or is blemished, it cannot be eaten, can't be presented for the Lord. Or some other evil happened during that year that happened to that lamb. It shouldn't be eaten. Yeah, right? He shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats, and ye shall keep it until the 14th day of the month, same month, and the holy assembly of congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. So at nightfall, we're supposed to kill that lamb on the 14th day of the month from the last new moon, and then consume it at nightfall, right? Verse 7, and they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper door post of the houses wherein they shall eat it. Right? Now, you're just going to grab the blood with hyssop, just strike the door lintels, boom. Strike the door lintels, boom. Strike at the top part, boom. Hyssop is an herb to purify, right? To purify. So you're taking a purifying herb and dipping in the innocent blood of the lamb and paint the door lintels. Bam, 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 bam. Right? And they shall eat the flesh. Salah, no, Salah, verse 7. Take the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper door post of the house, wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs. They shall eat it. Now, those bitter herbs could be parsley, or the best yet, and never beaten, horseradish. Right? Yeah, it's horseradish. Don't mind me. Sometimes my I'm not so sure, right? Verse 8. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden. Raw, that means that as soon as it's killed, you eat it, it's unlawful. Nor sodden, meaning it's been put in water, with water, but roast with fire. That means you're supposed to take it, as soon as it's killed, bled, cut it, everything, and it goes straight from the animal being killed, cut up, all the way to the grill. There's no midpoint, right? except for transportation, of course. His head with his legs and with the pertinence thereof, right? Pertinence is the guts and so on and so forth, which are for the Lord. That is supposed to be burnt for the Lord, expressly. Now, now, and ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning I shall burn with fire for the Lord's sacrifice, right? Now, thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded. That means that at that particular time in Egypt, in that particular night, right, the Pharaoh, Pharaoh, Pharaoh had decreed that, no, the Most High had decreed that all the firstborn would be put to death. And that's why we had to put the blood with the hyssop on the door lintels, right, to signify that that house should not be touched, or death should not come in. Now, verse girded your shoes on your feet and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it with in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night. That's the Lord talking. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both men and beasts, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. So the whole premise of Passover is the power of the Lord to lay waste to all these Egyptian so-called deities that these Egyptians were worshiping. And throughout all the plagues, one by one, they were being made ashamed of, right? But after a certain point, Most High said, this is the point where even the Pharaoh was gonna break. He gonna have to break because he's gonna let y'all go. And in so doing, he smited all the firstborn that night. Because the Most High is life and death. And through his son can you get life. Otherwise, it's death. His only begotten son. Right? And that night it is a connection between the Most High and the Son, Yahweh Shai, because it shows us that we had to kill a lamb to put a place on the door lintels. Innocent blood had been shed for us to be able to be spared death at that night during the point where we was in captivity in Egypt. And Most High did it once. He killed a lamb. He told us to dip that lamb's blood in hyssop and hit the door lintels and posts. The door lintel and the posts. And towards the end, what happened to Yahushua? He sacrificed himself for us. His blood was spilled so we would be spared. So the connection is there, right? Verse 13, and the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. A token. That means that the token is used for payment. For payment, right? Right? Upon the houses where ye are, and when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it for a feast. Keep it a feast to the Lord, Salah, throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. It's an authoritative order. You can't break it. Once you realize you're Israelite, you're supposed to be there every Passover. Every Passover. Every Passover. Now, just for many people to understand, we're gonna go to Exodus 11 and 4, right? Because we understand the result, but we have to understand what transpired between Moses and Pharaoh, right? So we're going to go to Exodus 11 and 4. And it reads, and Moses said, thus saith the Lord, about midnight I will go out in the midst of Egypt, and all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of beasts. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such that was none like it, nor shall be like it any more. But against any true of the children of Israel, this is the verse that like every Israelite should know, right? Because it separates, it distinctly separates. This is what the Most High is about to say, and I want to explain. Let's read it first. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. This verse right here expressly defines that not all black people are the same. Yeah, I've seen the pictures on YouTube or Facebook, right? You see Eddie Murphy, yeah, Eddie Murphy with some other black race. We don't look all the same. We don't all look the same. Let's be clear. So a lot of like there's over 54 countries in Africa, and some of them are not our people. Like for Levi, if you do your history according to your tribe, Levi was mainly in West Africa in the zone of Benin. Next, and Benin is next to Togo, so we have a lot of like we look similar to most people from Benin, and there's a, a real resemblance. And I've done the research. I have books on the subject. I even have family knowledge of where I came from, approximately. But it's always hard to really pinpoint where we came from West Africa when you already know who you are. But all that to say, not to be going left on the subject, but all that to say that the Most High put a difference between us and many other so-called African tribes. Yes, Israel is on the continent of Africa, but Israel, which is above, is free and is the mother of us all. So that's that's Galatians chapter 4, verse 26. Okay, so now um, let's go to let's keep going. This is Exodus chapter 12, verse 15. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread, even the first day, and ye shall put away leaven out of your house. For whosoever eateth leaven bread from the first day until the seventh day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. Right? Now, verse 16. And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation, and in the seventh day there shall be a holy convocation. To you, whom no manner the work shall be done in them. So nobody's supposed to work, and you're not supposed to keep leaven, which is products that have yeast in them, you know, whether it be drinking product or pastry or bread or, you know, things will have yeast in them. Because why is that? It explains that we left Egypt. And I was going to say that later in scriptures in haste. We didn't even have time to put yeast in the dough to be able to make bread. So because of that, we eat it without leaven, meaning yeast. We eat it like a crack, but basically a cracker. But yeah, but it helps us understand that we didn't have an occasion to eat bread in peace. We had to run with these. We had to eat it and run. That's it, right? Ready to go. Now, and verse 16, and in the first day there shall be a holy convocation. In the seventh day there shall be a holy convocation to you. No matter what work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat. The only way that only may be done of you. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this self same day have I brought your armies. It didn't say people, it said armies out. Your armies. That's what the Most High called is called uh, um, the Lord of Hosts, and Lord of Hosts is Lord of Armies, right? And who are we? Brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. Isn't that beautiful? So we are armies for the Lord. We're not some so-called wetbacks, Negroes, and so on and so forth. But all those bywords, we're not those. We are armies of the Lord, right? Verse 18, and in the first month of the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 120th day of the month at even. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses, for whosoever eateth that which is leavened with yeast, basically, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in a land. Now, it says stranger. It means an Israelite that lived abroad. All right? Because nobody was given this law. Nobody else was given this understanding. All right? People want to say, now, these other nations, will they have a chance? It's not up to us. Because the scriptures tell us that only the Lord can give you a seat to sit and where to sit. We don't even know if we're going to make the cut. So what makes him think this Edomite or these other nations think they're going to sit at the table with the Lord? No, no, no. Let's keep it real. All right. Verse 20, ye shall eat nothing leavened in all your habitations. Shall ye eat unleavened bread. That's it. Right? That's the authoritative order from the Most High. That's an authoritative order from the Most High. Hmm. Okay. It's a lot. I'm just looking at verses. Okay. That's weird. But also, there's also situations where a person, let's say, is unclean during the Passover. There's another Passover that's celebrated to make up for the Passover they missed, which shows a great magnanimous mercy, merciful spirit and power and wisdom and creation of understanding that is the Lord. Because there are times you something happened to the family, or you touched you you were unclean and you couldn't show yourself. Now, when I say unclean, it's unclean by exterior forces, right? But sometimes things happen. But if you are unclean by your own misgivings, then you have to present yourself before the Lord in all mercy, with asking for all mercy and understanding for your plight, right? Let me see. Okay, sorry. Verse. I think I miswrote it. It's okay though. Let's go to Numbers, because we're going to see the trajectory and how important Passover is, because it's chronicled in the scriptures, right? And this is in the book of Numbers, chapter 33. We're going to start at verse 1. And it reads, "These are the journeys of the children of Israel, which went forth out of the land of Egypt with their armies." Again, we are armies. We are spiritual armies of the Lord, spiritual weapons of extraordinary power and benevolent love from the Lord, right? For the Lord first, and his only begotten Son, and each other, right? These are the journeys of the children of Israel, which went forth out of the land of Egypt, with their armies under the hand of Moses and Aaron. And Moses wrote their goings according to their journeys by the commandment of the Lord. Now, Moses told Moses to write down everything, right? Write down their goings out, wherever they go, right? Now, let's see and this is the Most High talking to who? The children of Israel. We read that in verse 1. I don't see no Edomite in the children of Israel. I don't see no Chinese man, no Japanese man in there. It's only Black and Hispanic and Native American and Negro descent that is in the armies of the Lord. And Most High told Moses to chronicle it, to put it in the Chronicles, so to write it down, to make a record, right? And Moses wrote their goings out according to their journeys by the commandment of the Lord. And these are the journeys according to their goings out. And they departed from Ramesses in, in the first month. And on the 15th day of the first month, on the morrow, after the Passover, the children of Israel went out with a high hand in the sight of all the Egyptians. In the sight of all the Egyptians. So we see that everything was written down, everything was written down for posterity of righteousness, not the evil that the white man does to hold records on everybody and blackmail people. Now, we had records of what we did, and this is the record. 1 John chapter 5, verse 11. This is the record, right? Verse 4, for the Egyptians buried all their firstborn, which the Lord had smitten among them. Upon their gods also the Lord executed judgment. And the children of Israel removed from Ramesses and pitched in Succoth. See that? And you keep going down the line, and you see all the places they went, the things that we did, and our forefathers did, right? But people don't realize how amazing we are, right? Every Passover that we went through, we became better and better until we started falling off, right? It's always like that. So we have to understand We have to understand what the Passover is. It represents a recharge, new understanding. People joining the true family where they belong, where they are born in. Even before they are born, they're born in Israelite. You come out the womb of your mother, and your father's an Israelite. You are Israelite. Period. And you have a responsibility to know and to um, show people how meaningful the Passover is, how deep and important the Passover is. Right? Now let's go to Numbers chapter 20, right? And verse 14. Because we did our journeys. We passed through places. We celebrated Passover. We did our thing, right? But as we go, we went through our journeys like we read in Numbers 33. Let's see what Esau, the so-called white man, did when we tried to pass through. This is Numbers chapter 20, verse 14. And Moses sent messengers from Kadesh on to the king of Edom. Thus saith thy brother Israel. So Esau, and Israel are brothers, right? You know that in Genesis 25, chapter 23, right? Thou knowest all the travail that hath befallen us, how our fathers went down into Egypt and dwelt, and we have dwelt in Egypt a long time, and the Egyptians vexed us and our fathers. So we try and explain to Edom, Esau, right? The kingdom of Edom. Now we know today they are enemies, but the kingdom of Edom, you're trying to tell them, listen, man, like you know what we went through with these Egyptians, man. Listen, man, you know what plight we went through. You saw, right? You seen everything, right? Verse 16. And when we cried unto the Lord, he heard our voice and sent an angel and have brought us forth out of Egypt. And behold, we are in Kadesh, a city in the uttermost of thy border. Let us pass. So we asking them, yo, let us go through. Let us go through. We just, and let's see what they say. I pray thee, through thy country, we will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards. So we're not going to go through your fields to grab food. We're not going to go through the vineyards to grab grapes to make wine. Neither will we drink of the water of the wells. We're not even going to drink the water that's in your well. Like we're not going to touch nothing but pass through, right? We will go by the king's highway. We will not turn to the right hand nor turn to the left until we have passed thy borders. So we're not gonna go left, right. We're not gonna go to the vineyards, to the fields. We're not gonna go to the wells. We're not gonna even touch nothing. Just want to go through, right? Let's see what Esau says. And Edom said unto him, thou shalt not pass by me, lest I come out against thee with the sword. So we have to understand this man does not like us, right? And the children of Israel said unto him, we will go by the highway, and if I and my cattle drink of thy water, then we will pay for it. I will only, without doing anything else, go through on my feet. Meaning, we still saying we want to go through. If something happened and one of my beasts grabs some of your leaves or whatever, he eats something, we'll pay for it. If he drink water, we'll pay for it. We just want to go through. It's the shortest route, right? And he said, thou shalt not go through. And Edom came out against him with much people and with a strong hand. And to this day, they still do that. You can't go into their neighborhoods. You can't. There's a reason why ghettos exist. And there's a reason why, I don't remember the name of the movie. Please, somebody in the chat say it. There's a movie where you have I think it was two white people, or one of them was black. I don't remember. And he said, "Yo, how come the people in this neighborhood are always happy?" And somebody said, "Because they're the people of God. They're the people of God." You know what I'm saying? And they said that straight in the movie, straight up. And I was it boggled my mind. By the time I didn't even understand what they meant and how deep it is and why the Passover is so important. Passover is super important. It's a place where we all regroup, we come together, and we are beholden to the Lord because He saved us out of our captivity. And we want to be saved. We want to get out of here. Everyone want to get out of here. Everybody wants to go. We want to go. We want to go. We want to leave. We leave this kingdom. Get beamed up. Hit a one in the chat if you want to be beamed up. I want to be beamed up. Right? Now, verse 21. Thus Edom refused to give Israel passage to his border, wherefore Israel turned away from him. So we have to turn away. I'll say this. I've never been one to go to. I've been never. I've never been one to go to any functions after work. I'm not the type, man. I'm not the type. After learning the truth, I'm like, yeah, there's no amount of pizza, no amount of uh, um um food or drinks to make me stay after work. I'm here for 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, and I'm going back home. Matter of fact, I pray everybody that watches this class get into the groove or creating their own business, doing labor of their own hands. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna watch that movie again. Throw out Sister 101, All God's Children. I want to watch that movie again because, like, it's amazing. But let's keep going. Let's go to Second Ezra. Let me see. Yeah, Second Ezra chapter 1. Verse 1. To see, understand. Yo, leave. You leave. Go back to your people. There's no vibe like being around your own people. And now imagine we're all together at Passover. And like, man, the energy, the vibration, the the quickening, the electricity that vibrates through us. Oh my gosh. Let me just stop. About to get emotional right now. This is Second Ezra chapter 1, verse 1. The second book of the prophet Esdras, the son of Sarias, the son of Azarias, the son of Helkias, the son of Sadamias, the son of Sadak, the son of Akitob, right? The son of Achias, the son of Phineas, the son of Heli, the son of Amarias, the son of Azai, the son of Marimath, the son of Arna. Okay, so on and so forth. Let's start at verse 3, right? The son of Aaron of the tribe of Levi, which was captive in the land of Medes in the reign of Artaxerxes, king of the Persians. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Go thy way and show my people their sinful deeds and their children their wickedness which they have done against me, that they may tell their children's children. Right? Ooh. So we needed, Most High is telling us to go and tell the history why we're in this condition. Right? Because in the sins of their fathers are increased in them. And that's why this world is trying to keep all of us in sin. perpetual sin so their kingdom could flourish. But what they don't understand is they don't have the spiritual equipment or the know-how understanding of nature, of nature's nature, to keep nature in check and to keep nature flourishing, because we have the Lord on our side in the scriptures. They don't understand the deeper meaning of life. They can't. Everything, everything that they do is to conquer and to chain down objects and people and things. As people, we have so much spiritual gifts that, just like in the beginning, as Adam did, we are capable of talking to animals. But that's what I'm trying to show is that these people, as soon as they have something that they like, they have to enslave it. They don't know how to coexist, which is why the Most High hates them. He can't stand them. They have to be destroyed. Thus said the scriptures. Thus said the Lord. All right. Verse 6, because the sins of their fathers are increased in them, for they have forgotten me and have offered unto strange gods, wood and stone. Right. As I believe Habakkuk 2:19. Right. Strange gods. We was fornicating, bowing ourselves to strange gods, wood and stone, bowing ourselves to white Jesus and to white paintings made from the Renaissance. If you go and look, even Putin is revealing the truth now about Russian icons and so forth. But that's why the Most High is angry, and he's still angry to this day. He's a jealous God, right? Exodus 20. Now, verse 7. Am not I, even he that brought them out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage? But they have provoked me unto wrath and despised my counsel. We don't want to listen to Almighty Father. We want to do what we want to do. And that's why we in the condition that we are now. We want to do what we want to do. I don't want to listen. I'm hard-headed. We are bricks. A lot of people are bricks. They're not hard-headed no more. Hard-headed, soft ass, soft behind. Listen, we are bricks. We need to pour some water on people's heads to soften their cranium up, to soften their heads up a little bit, because a lot of our people need that massager for their head, because it's very, very hard. Brick laid, which is why we have to. Yeah, I wish I said that. Like these buildings, they're gonna fall down. They have to fall. So we have to destroy these concepts that we have in our minds. You have to listen to the Lord and His counsel. Right? Pull thou off then the hair of thy head, and cast all evil upon them. For they have not been obedient unto my law, but it is a rebellious people. Imagine, we have people that in India, it says here in the last verse I just read, cast thy hair, right? Cast it away. Cut your hair and just cast it away, and the evil upon them. That means that, yo, cut your hair and cast away the evil upon them. That means that you, from cutting your hair, you are reforming your mind. You are changing your mind, right? For they have not been obedient unto my law. What do they do when they bring you in certain army regiment back in the day? I don't know if they still do it. They cut your hair. You come in with them nice little afro and stuff. Zzz, I gotta go. I gotta go. Nobody's better than anybody. I gotta go. And in prison too, you go in there. No. Zzz. So in prisons they cut your hair. See, it's saying the Most High is saying, yo, cut your hair and cast the evil upon it because you don't want to listen. It's the only way for you to listen. Damn, you don't look. Vanity is gone from you. Your thought process is gone. Liberal thought process is gone. You have to listen now. With your hair going, you don't look the same. So you won't act the same. Right? How long shall I forbear them? Or unto whom have I done so much good? Most I did good upon us. How many times the Most High came through for you? How many times the Most High came through for you? Huh? Every single one of you. Say, don't say, I don't want even a con. I want 40 in the chat. Each of you. How many times the Most High came through in the clutch? He came through when it mattered, when it meant something, when it was important, and you prayed with fervor. How many times the Most High came through for you? Put a 40 in the chat, right? Many things have I destroyed for their sake. He's for us to get into the kingdom. Into the land of Israel. He destroyed 7 nations. He bodied 7 nations for us. Whole nations. Pharaoh with his servants and all his power have I smitten down. Yo, that man had power over us. He made us make bricks without straw. Like, yo, that man was a demon. And most I pulled us out. I got y'all. Boom. Right? All the nations have I destroyed before them. And in the east have I scattered the people of 2 provinces, even Tyrus and Zidon, and have slain all their enemies. Speak thou therefore unto them, saying, Thus saith the Lord, I led you through the sea. He parted, Most High parted the sea. Hard head makes all behind. Saw behind, right? I led you through the sea. They parted the sea for us. It was basically our coming out party. He said, yo, I'm making you coming out on my red carpet during Passover, right? He parted the sea for us. And in the beginning gave you a large and safe passage. The white man didn't give us no passage. He didn't want us to go through at all. He was like, nah, you ain't coming through here. But the Most High opened the red carpet, parted the seas, make us walk on dry land. Come on, man. He parted the sea and gave us safe passage. But the white man didn't want to give us safe passage. They came out against us with the sword. But at Passover, he freed us. Now, let me see. I gave you Moses for a leader and Aaron for a priest. I gave you light in a pillar of fire, and great wonders have I done among you. Yet have ye forgotten me, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Almighty Lord. The quails were as a token for you. A token. I mean, yo, you know a token, how beautiful, yo, quail? You the quail, the most savory meat of the fowl. Not the chicken of today. Not the chicken that we see from Purdue and all these companies. Listen, man. Listen. Quail. Quail. I never even had quail yet. Most I gave me quail before I die. Man, yo, bring me back to Passover. It bring me back to this scripture. And it's not even only that. He gave us quail, cool. But he didn't end there. I gave you tents for you safeguard. Nevertheless, he murmured there. And we be talking a lot. We be looking for trouble from Almighty Father. Sister Bethia says, my dad would say, baby, you are going to be a big wheel when you grow up. Because you got a head like a bubble cap. Bubble cap. Oh, wow. Let's continue. Nevertheless, he murmured there. Now, we still talking. He allowed us to come in our party. Boom. He killed all the firstborn. Bang. I had us take everything that they possess. We come out of Egypt. Open the red carpet, which is the Red Sea. I call it the Red Sea. Yeah, I call it the red carpet. All right? You are a celebrity. You my people. You my children. The red carpet, the Red Sea. We get across. He killed all the Egyptians that was pursuing us. Right? Next thing you know, we out there. He could have fed us anything. He fed us quail. And we still talking junk. He's still talking junk. Now, let me see. See. Gave us a pillar of fire and great wonders among you. And ye have forgot me, saying the Lord. Verse 16, and triumphed not in my name for destruction of your enemies, but ever to this day do ye yet murmur. Where are the benefits that I have done for you? When ye were hungry and thirsty in the wilderness, did ye not cry unto me, saying, why hast thou brought us? Man, we talking. We talking. We we're looking for trouble. Looking for trouble. What are the benefits have I done for you? When you were hungry and thirsty in the wilderness, did ye not come? Did ye not cry unto me, saying, what hast thou brought us unto this wilderness to kill us? It had been better for us to have served the Egyptians than to die in this wilderness. Then I had pity upon your mournings. Most High had pity on us. We was mourning, murmuring, talking junk. Most High had pity on us. He said, all right, that you didn't even have to. And he gave you manna to eat. Angel's bread. He gave us manna to eat. Manna is angel's bread. It's not even supposed to even be our taste buds. Our taste buds is, we are some, we are some messed up people, right? Did I not, so ye did eat angel's bread. When ye were thirsty, did I not cleave the rock? Hmm? And waters flowed out to your fill? For the heat I covered you with the leaves of the trees. I divided among you fruit and fruitful land, and I cast out the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Philistines before you. What shall I yet do more for you, saith the Lord? See how greedy we are? We are some greedy people. We are some greedy people. We don't want to stop. We don't want. Let me see. Mm-hmm. Mm. That well, it goes back to Genesis, King. It goes back to Genesis. That and that's why there are many women in the scriptures that don't know the Bible that could be very loyal, and other there are men that know the Bible that are weak. But to answer your question, is that in Ezekiel 31:8, it tells you that basically trees are people. And if trees are people and the serpent came and gave an apple, the apple is not an apple, it's philosophy. But that's another class. So, but if you come back to class, we could discuss that. You could ask that question for the weekend, because right now we have another platform is Passover. Well, that's a good question. If you want, just send the question to the address that's flowing at the bottom of the screen, and we'll answer that question. All right, on Sabbath class. But now we can't forget how we pulled this out. We can't forget that, right? Now let's go to Second Kings Second Kings chapter 23, 23, chapter 23, verse 1. Now, this is during the time of Josiah. Now, I have a question. How old was Josiah when he was king? How old was he? How old was he when Josiah was king? Right? I'm asking that question. And by the way, also, what does Josiah mean? Nah, Sister Kanan, no. Sister Kanan, no. He wasn't 16. How old was Josiah? 8, yes. He was 8 years old when Josiah was installed as king of Israel, of Judah, Salah, of Judah, to be certain. Now, and the king sent, and they gathered unto him all the elders of Judah and of Jerusalem, and the king went up. You know what I mean. I'll tell you in a few seconds. And the king went up unto the house of the Lord, and all the men of Judah and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem with him, and the priests and the prophets, and all the people, both small and great. And he read in their ears all the words of the book of the covenant, which was found in the house of the Lord. So you see that? So we know that this book, this understanding, all these things was in the house of the Lord in the midst of the people of God, right? And the king stood by a pillar and made a covenant before the Lord to walk after the Lord and to keep his commandments and his testimonies and his statutes with all their heart and all their soul, to perform the words of his covenant that were written in this book. And all the people stood to the covenant. They stood to the covenant. Now we understand in the covenant is Passover, right? And Passover is important, right? Because later on, it's going to show us that. Now, Josiah, it means may Yahweh give. May Yahweh give. That means that Josiah was put in place. And as soon as he came in place, he gave. He gave. Right? Now, let's go to verse 23 of 2 Kings chapter, verse 21 of 2 Kings chapter 23, right? And the king commanded all the people, saying, keep the Passover unto the Lord your God, as it is written, right? As it is written in the book of this covenant. Surely there was not holding such a Passover from the days of the judges that judged Israel, nor in all the days of the kings of Israel, nor in the kings of Judah. But in the 18th year of King Josiah, wherein this Passover was holding to the Lord in Jerusalem. In Jerusalem. I mean, we was bumping, jumping. Yo, it was one of the greatest Passovers. We was just going, just having a good time in righteousness. Just unlike it since then, which was what Yahweh gave. May Yahweh give through Josiah. All right? Verse 24. Moreover, the workers with familiar spirits and the wizards, that's a lot. Moreover, The workers with familiar spirits and the wizards and the images and the idols and all the abominations that were spied in the land of Judah and in Jerusalem did Josiah put away. You said, yo, that's going to quit today. That's got to stop, right? That he might perform the words of the law, which were written in the book that Hilkiah, the priest, found in the house of the Lord, right? Verse 25, and like unto him, was there no king before him that turned to the Lord with all his heart and with all his soul and with all his might, according to all the laws, the law of Moses, neither after him arose there any like him. But he's coming. He's coming. Yahushua coming. And that was got, yo, can you imagine the Passover with Yahushua? Man, yo, come on now. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh my goodness. That's a Passover that the Most High gonna give us through the only begotten Son. Because there's no person that's nobody had a Passover like Josiah. But Yahushua coming, you gonna bring that to a whole other level. You're gonna be like, dang, nabbit. Dang, nabbit. You'll be like, yo. And every Passover is gonna wax greater and greater and greater and greater. Come on, man. And we're gonna gain in spiritual strength. We're gonna have flames over our heads, just like in Acts chapter 2. Come on, man. We're gonna be something else. Right? Gonna be something to behold. To behold. Now let's go to Ezra. Let's go to Ezra. Chapter 6. Right? Ezra chapter 6. Right? Now this is in the time of Darius. During the time of Darius, right? Now Darius was basically king of Persia, so on and so forth. Now let's start. Then Darius, the king, made a decree. Now we're gonna see now. Now we left Egypt, went through all these lands, and we were captured. We were captured, put in subjugation, slavery, bondage, all the above, and plus that, to the extent that they went further than they should have. Right now, Darius, at one point in his life, was different. Right. Then Darius, the king, made a decree, and search was made in the house of the rolls where the treasures were laid up in Babylon. And there was found at Achmitha in the palace that is in the province of the Medes a roll, and therein was a record thus written: in the first year of Cyrus, the king, the same Cyrus, the king made a decree concerning the house of God at Jerusalem, that the house be builded, the place where they offered sacrifices. Let the foundations thereof be strongly laid, the height thereof 80 cubits, and the breadth thereof 80 cubits. And given the measurements, right, with 3 rows of great stones and 1 row and a row of new timber. Let the expenses be given out of the king's house, and also let the golden and silver vessels of the house of God, which Nebuchadnezzar took forth out of the temple which is at Jerusalem, and brought unto Babylon, be restored, and brought again unto the temple which is at Jerusalem, every one to his place, and place them in the house of God. So even Darius, but through the will of the Most High holds the reins of all these different nations. They think that they in command, but they're not in command. Most High just pull a string of certain people and everyone or everybody that he desires, and they do what he desires them to do. They're not in control of nothing, right? So there was a role that was discovered where Cyrus had decreed that the house of the Lord should be rebuilt. But you're gonna see in the next few verses that certain people, it's like always, they come against the greatest. They come against the greatest, right? They want to stop the progress of the Lord. One second. Sorry, technical difficulties. So yeah, they want to come against us as always. They don't want to allow us to be great again. For some reason, that's how we know from instinct and from understanding and wisdom and just general vibration that whenever we start to succeed or make a headway, these other nations have to put their boot. They're trying to trample us underground or to the ground. But we not shall not be beholden to them, or we're not going to stay on the ground. We're going to rise for the Most High. And every Passover is a rejuvenation of our spirit to be able to go out and do the work to make the Most High happy and make Yahweh's intervention on our behalf be worth it, because we can't be um, breaking the commandments and looking at Yahweh to defend us for in front of the Lord. No, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Now, verse 6, Ezra chapter 6, verse 6. Now, therefore, 9, governor beyond the river, Shethar Boznai, and your companions, the Apharsachites, which are beyond the river, be ye far from thence. Right? Now, Tatnai is a person basically that came against us, and the Apharsachites are a certain tribe that lived in Samaria, right? Some say they're Assyrians, some say they're Persians, but altogether, either way, these are uh, people from another nation, basically Gentiles that were against us from the beginning, right? Now, verse 7, let the work of the house of God alone, let the governor of the Jews and the elders of the Jews build this house of God in this place. Moreover, I make a decree what ye shall do to the elders of the Jews for the building of this house of God, that the king's goods, even the tribute beyond the river, forthwith expenses, be given unto these men, that they be not hindered in that which they have need of, both young bullocks and rams and lambs, and for the burnt offerings of the God of heaven, wheat, salt, wine, and oil, according to the appointment of the priest which are at Jerusalem. Let it be given to them day by day without fail. Now, this is what Darius, after finding this scroll that Cyrus had written so long ago, Most High again with a mighty hand pulled us out and is forcing these other nations, making them keep their word. So, what makes us think that The Most High can't make any of these countries do whatever he wants. Right? Verse 10, that they may offer sacrifice of sweet savor unto the God of heaven, and pray for the life of the king and of his host. Also, I have made a decree that whosoever shall alter this word, let timber be pulled down from his house, meaning you'll bring down that person's house, and being set up, let him be hang thereon, and let his house be made a dunghill for this. Meaning, if you don't abide by what Cyrus had written long ago and what Darius is saying now, pull down that person's house, whether it be Tatnai or what's it called, the people across the river and Shethar Busnai, or the Aphostakites, or what they want, whoever, you're gonna be hanged, and your house is gonna be basically a place of death and disgust, literally and physically, figuratively, and spiritually. Verse 12. And the God that hath caused his name to dwell there shall destroy all kings and people that shall put their hand to alter and to destroy this house, the house of God, which is at Jerusalem. I, Darius, have made a decree. Let it be done with speed. So either you give them what they want, or I'm gonna lay you down. That's from Darius was saying this. Right? Now let's keep going. Now they're building the temple of the Lord, the house of the Lord, for what they need to celebrate the Passover. Let's go. Verse 13. Then Tetnai, governor of this side of the river, Shethar Buznai, and their companions, according to that which Darius the king had sent, so they did speedily. Oh, weird. When the Most High working behind these other nations, make them work fast, boy. You know what I'm saying? Make them speedily. Give me this stuff. Come on, man. Give me this stuff. Right? That's what power we have. If we keep the commandments of the Lord, these other nations are going to bow down. They're going to be obliged to follow. And the elders of the Jews builded, and they prospered through the prophesying of Haggai the prophet and Zechariah, the son of Iddo. And they built it and finished it, and according to the commandment of the God of Israel, and according to the commandment of Cyrus and Darius and Artaxerxes, king of Persia, and this house was finished on the 3rd day of the month of Adar, which was in the 6th year of the reign of King Darius the king. And the children of Israel, not everybody now, the children of Israel, right? The priests and the Levites and the rest of the children of the captivity kept the dedication of this house of God with joy. I mean, the Persians was in there. They helped build it. They did give the supplies. We did the work. We did the work. Give me the stuff. We do the work. You're not invited. Yo, can you imagine? And that's how it's supposed to be. And that's how it's going to be under Yahushua. They're going to give the products, going to give the stuff. If Yahushua decide to let them come through around to a certain distance, cool. But you ain't coming to the table. You know what I'm saying? You ain't invited to the table now. Only our people, only the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the children of Israel only. We're gonna be rocking it in there. You outside the party. You. These other nations have slayed and spilled too much blood. You can't come to the party. Your hands ain't clean. Now we are people that shed blood, but the Most High forgive them. We allow them to wash their hands in His basin, wash their hands in His basin, and make them clean again. Make them clean again, because He knows us. He knows His children. But these other nations, you can't come. You're not rocking with us. Now look at what they did. They tried to block the building of the temple for the Passover. Come on, right? Verse 16, and the children of Israel, the priests and the Levites and the rest of the children of captivity, kept the dedication of the house of God with joy, and offered at the dedication of this house of God 100 bullocks, 200 rams, 400 lambs, and for a sin offering for all Israel 12 he goats, according to the number of the tribes of Israel. There's nobody else there. 12 he goats, each one for the 12 tribes. And they offered, and they set the priests in their divisions and the Levites in their course for the service of God, which is at Jerusalem, and is written in the book of Moses. In the book of Moses. And the children of the captivity kept the Passover upon the 14th day of the first month. For the priests and the Levites were purified together, and all of them were pure, and killed the Passover for all the children of the captivity, and for their brethren the priests, and for themselves. And the children of Israel, which were come again out of captivity, and all such as had separated themselves upon them from the filthiness of the heathen of the land, to seek the Lord God of Israel, did eat. Come on now. They couldn't rock with us. Man, yo, man, yo. Hey, any we had um TV shows, I don't know, Soul Train on TV, we were rocking it, man, we were having a good time. Now imagine what y'all was shot. Every generation had a TV show, a get together, a party. Imagine all those things in righteousness combined, all those generations, all those people from Soul Train to wilding out in righteousness. In righteousness now, that wilding out in righteousness. We clean ourselves up, all this stuff. We make sure other people are clean, behaving correctly in the sight of the Lord. We come to the Passover, all those generations, all those people, immortal beings, just doing our thing, doing our thing. Yeah, not Edomite insight, not no Japanese insight, not no Chinese, not no other nation insight. Only Israel. You look left, you look right. Be like, yo, Sister Wana, I'm coming. Yo, Sister Daya Kadash, where you go? Right. Yo. You don't even need to talk no more. I could telepathically tell you that I'm happy to see you. Right? But these other nations, they're not gonna be there. Come on now. Now, let's go to Luke chapter 22, verse 1. Now the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, which is called the Passover. And the chief priests and the scribes sought how they might kill him, for they feared the people. Then entered Satan into Judas, surnamed Iscariot, number being of the number of the 12. And he went his way and communed with the chief priests and captains, how he might betray him unto them. Right? Gun. Pray we make it. Pray we make it. Right? Now, let's go Salat. Let me just skip a little bit. Now, verse 8. And he sent Peter and John, saying, Go and prepare us the Passover, that we may eat. And they said unto him, Wherewith thou we prepare? And he said unto them, Behold, when ye are entered into the city, there shall a man meet you, bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he entereth in, and ye shall say unto the good man of the house, The master saith unto thee, Well is the guest chamber, where I shall eat the Passover with my disciples, and he shall show you a large upper room furnished there. Make ready. This is Yahushua speaking now. And they went and found as he had said unto them, and they made ready the Passover. And when the hour was come, he sat down, and the 12 apostles with him. And he said unto them, with desire I have desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. For I say unto you, I will not any more eat thereof until it be fulfilled in the kingdom of God. Can you imagine? Today that we rock out, man. We rock out and pass over Yahushua Most High in one unison. From that point on, it's a wrap. We ain't relinquishing. Yahushua gonna never relinquish his position. Gonna rule with an iron rod. That Passover is from Passover to Passover. We're gonna rock it out. Rock it out. Yo, right? Verse 17, and he took the cup and gave thanks and said, take this and divide it among yourselves. For I say unto you, I will not drink of the fruit of the vine until the kingdom of God shall come. Likewise also, verse 19, and he took the bread and gave thanks and brake it and gave it unto them, saying, this is my body, which I is given for you. Remembrance of me. But I'm not going to keep going. You get the idea. Right? The greatness of Yahushua is paramount because he was a lamb was sacrificed for us to be free from bondage. Many lambs, right? And we took hyssop and we hit the door lintels and so on and so forth. And then and now every Passover we have to sacrifice a lamb. And as you realize, as it says in Second Esdras, as the generations go forward, we're getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Meaning, at the beginning it was one lamb per household. Now it's one lamb per a certain amount of people pertaining to the weight of the lamb. So we should go. We are heading in a great good direction, but we need to bring more people to justify us being at the Passover for the Lord. All this blood cannot be shed for these lambs. Yes, it's a commandment, but we need more people to please the Lord at every Passover. I hope that makes sense because blood is being spilt, and we have to understand that that life that we take every year for the lamb is an innocent life, and we should cherish it and have respect and for onto this lamb just like onto Yahushua. Right? Now let's go to First Corinthians, because both lambs gave their lives us every year. All these lambs they allow us to be blessed by the Lord from one another year. So as such, let's read First Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. And it reads, purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Let me read that again. First Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Even Christ, our Passover. It's not by accident it was written that way. We need to make the connection. That connection is there. Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. So we have to get better. This year might be the year that we get in gear. Let it be a freight train on its way to the final destination. But we have to start within ourselves and each other and vibrate that energy throughout the whole year, throughout the all these events that may happen to us. Call somebody. In 2025, I call it call somebody. Call somebody, call somebody, call somebody. Vibrate that energy of I need to talk to somebody. Need some peace around people. I need to teach this word. I need to get it out. I need to, you know, be more proactive than the previous year. And so with that, I appreciate y'all time and let y'all pass over. This is just a history of Passover. This is not no video showing like you've seen us celebrating Passover yet. So Passover is going to be according to your schools, but for us, it's going to be from the 9th until the 13th. But some people have, festivities that they do in the meantime. So we kept that included. But in all, it will be this Friday evening. But we started earlier. So with a little history of tonight and celebrations during this so-called weekend. All right. So let this year be a great year for y'all, full of blessings, healings, understanding, spiritual gifts of the Lord, wisdom and understanding, and the right hand of the Lord in everything that you do and everything that you want to do in righteousness. All right. So with that, I bid y'all good night. Um, Hopefully, y'all learned something, and I appreciate your time. Shalom.